One.
Good evening and welcome to your guide to becoming authentic. Create your reality now. This is all a part of Authentic Reality version 5.0. In the last 3,000 years, conflicts have raged in every part of the world. As we can see here, Africa 1946 to 2009, continuous conflict. Syria obtaining new allies to help in all of the conflicts that they've had, which have been from time immemorial. We look at a main conflict that included the U.S. during 1950 to 1953. What do we call that? Korean conflict. Then we see here India in border conflicts, the Kashmir War, the Indo-Pakistani conflicts of 1950 to 1966. Then there's the war between India, Bangladesh, and Pakistan that ranged from 1971 to 1977 with a brief peace accord lasting a very short time, so it actually spanned from 1971 to 1997. Then we see the Colombian state and the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, called the FARC, announced the end of the 52-year brutal internal armed conflict that killed over 220,000 people and generated over 8 million victims. 8 million victims. The world applauded when the peace accord was signed in the historic city of Cartagena. One peace accord. What is the end result of all of the conflicts that were stated to come for and bring peace? As His Holiness Paramahansa Nityananda said in 2009 in Living Enlightenment, more than 5,000 wars have been fought. Each war was fought to bring about world peace. Every leader, listen carefully, who declared war also claimed he was going to bring peace to the world or to that region. But the most important truth was missed by them all. The end result, as you can see, this is data in our world. Global deaths and conflicts all the way back to the year 1400. Every one of the pink dots you see signifies a conflict. The red line that you see here going across the statistics show military and civilian death rate from the 15-year minus or negative point or average from this time frame. So it could have been 15 years earlier also included because we wanted to show the continuity of conflicts. The blue line is strictly military deaths from 1946 to 2013. That data is from the PRIO Institute. So all the deaths are calculated as a share of fatalities relative to the world population at the time. The rate of deaths per 100,000 people. Look here, 01, 05, all the way up to 2000. The rate of death per 100,000 people. That's a significant loss of life. From genocide in Rwanda to the Cambodian area, all the way across to Spain, the Spanish Revolution, the genocide of the Jews that happened with Holocaust in the many areas of where we see these guys, supposed leaders, had an idea that they were going to accomplish peace. So what's the common denominator in all that we saw? Conflict. So in an effort to bring about peace, continuous conflicts rage worldwide. Even now, We cannot become one who joins the illusion of conflict. This method, this mindset only produces a greater flow of low vibrational energy. This energy continues to resonate, increasing the frequency of ego and further separation, the power over. I am better, so I should be in charge. Oh no, you are assigned this label, so you should be the one that controls. Many leaders have erroneously believed peace would be the end result of conflict. Sadly, the minuscule peace is always short-lived. As you begin 2017, truly desire to live a conflict-free life. Conflict-free. Source is releasing timely knowledge now. This isn't a surprise. This isn't something that we are not aware of. Neither is this something that our Creator wasn't aware of. All-knowing, all-seeing. So from this point forward, you are expected to pursue your knowledge, your enlightenment, your ultimate truth. What is the ultimate truth? Well, it's commonly known as living enlightenment. Now, let's not get confused, because we know that terms and terminology are thrown across the globe and mean different things to different people. But we're talking about the lifestyle that is attaching those four essential principles. The first key is found within your crystalline core, your DNA, that contain the most powerful inert ingredient known to mankind. So, the first spark of universal change begins as you step back from the OOS. What's the O's? Obvious outside sources. Connecting deep within yourself. Unleashing that boundless flow of outrageous love, respect, integrity towards others. Not just me, my four, and no more. What is that truth? Really? Put your hand on your wrist. Can you feel your pulse? Or on the side of your throat? That pulse is a frequency. That's the frequency of your energy flow, your blood, everything that's going on inside of your body. We now have to learn to ignite our infinite love, not the arrows, not that. The transforming energy field is housed deep within, a time capsule alarming you daily. This pulse is seeking to reconnect with its point of origin by vibrating through you, and understand the future and how it is formed depends on you. Yes, your unique self, your unique purpose, your unique perspective. Remember, this is a quilted layer of existence. Every person is unique, but every person also has some commonalities that allow us, the way in which we were created is that we were to form in our oneness of seeking that which is true as we first do it on a personal level. Igniting the infinite truth. So what is that truth? It's written within us. Every alphabet, whether modern or ancient, whether it's English or Hebraic or Farsi or from the East, all of those we have studied so long, have a numeric value that doesn't change over time. The numbers associated to ancient alphabet, or if you're Hebrew, Aleph Bet, are also associated with atomic mass. So these letters actually reveal our undeniable code, the God code written on every cell, words leading us to our Creator's signature that is within the cells of your body. How more personal can you get that? That is directly from the God Code. From 2009, Great Britain has taught around the world. As Albert Einstein said in 1937, we're all branches of the same tree. So there is no way that you can now put blinders on and say, I am only following X. When he created all, if he's the creator of all things, he desires for you to what? Have free will knowledge to understand your entire world in its totality, not in just a part. What is that truth? Infinite love. The transforming energy field that's found only within. Only the unique creation of Source received this homing device that contains a frequency of Shakti. What is Shakti? The inert, moving, empowering ingredient for lasting change. Not a dogma, not a doctrine. The flow that is forever. When you can view someone in that same manner, you have no hate for them. And the more we place that energy, that field, that knowledge out, now, then, everyone benefits. That's how the change is to occur. There will not be, per se, a savior. We have followed the hero's journey through many, many ages. So let's not get caught up on this, thing of words and saying, there's age. What are you talking about? Age. Everything is an age or an era. Okay, that's descriptive of a time period. Nothing else. End of the age. The age that just ended as another age begins. So let's not get frightened and become monks and hermits and run away. No. You are needed now, right where you are. Your clarity, your knowledge, your power. As you begin to trust your inner truth, the present understanding of your path of knowledge will grow, gaining the knowledge needed to fuel your forward momentum. The alignment of your vibrational frequency will produce the necessary power to change your reality. This is the ultimate task. While it may seem daunting, that is the furthest thing from the truth. You will continue to witness visible change. You are the ultimate co-creator. You are the spark of universal change, created as a triumphant centerpiece of an outrageous love story. Because you are exactly where you need to be in the exact time frame to resolve and rebuild this wonderful planet, beginning with yourself. As ultimate co-creators, we are unique. Our perspectives are individual. Yet together, the coherent truths are greater in synchronicity. Unlike in times past, those adhering to Eastern philosophies taught that all enlightened souls were just all one. Now, irrefutable proof reveals we are all unique beings and becoming. We're being and becoming enlightened in our original blueprint, in our original truth, in who we are, whose we are, and to whom we belong. Your unique self has a unique purpose, vitally important to the total of your love and oneness. We will begin to see each other as the beautiful family we really are and will continue to be. Embracing your path to emerging truth. Emerging truth is continual. So this isn't like, I'm going to become enlightened and then I'll retire from life and no. Ever flowing, ever knowing, gaining, growing. Just like the creative consciousness that created you. what you'll experience. There are a lot of things you have no control over. You just be reviewing every aspect and learning to say, this is something that I don't, not at this time. Allowing every emotion to assist us in becoming anchored. If you're pain, okay, flow through the pain, understand it. Why is it happening? What is this associated to? Okay, within yourself. Taking the time to really to begin to mine, I like mining terminology, mining the inner dimensions. I'm all concerned about getting this thing aligned as it should be. I'm not talking perfection. I'm talking about perception. And my perspective is honed based on my experiences and my knowledge. So I can certainly empathize with someone else. True? As we're anchored as one who is approachable and caring to assist others. As we connect and love our powerful life purposes, those items will materialize. The transformation will be evident personally and universally. You'll experience your complete authenticity. Becoming authenticity is not perfection. When you're authentic, that doesn't mean perfection. That means you're recognizing, embracing who you are, and growing and continue to go. You're being who you're meant to be and becoming more knowledgeable in what you need to make your contributions to your family, yourself, and your world. That's what enlightenment is. Not some spooky, hokey-dokey thing where you're going to be wearing a huge hat and just chanting Rama-da all day. No. Chanting is fine. Meditating is fine. But being filled and understanding that you have honed your beacon inside to that from which you came and understand the direction of where you're going in the now. Not looking to just live here temporarily, living one day over and over. What do I mean by living one day over and over? Oh, I'm looking for my nirvana, or I'm seeking my heavenly home. What about right here, right now? Were you sent here to just hold space? Then that means you're just existing from day to day. That wasn't the plan. So that's the things that you're going to receive, and it's continually with every situation you'll learn how. And the more that you are anchored in who you are, the less you will be so judgmental with someone else. You're going to release many times over and over again. This isn't a one-time process. You're constantly reviewing all from the point of allowing, realizing you're experiencing without judgment this particular emotion, whether it's, or this act, pain, loss, joy, wealth, fame, etc., without using this instance as the standard. Oh, this is what it should be. Or what I must expect my path to always include. This is just a moment, process from a point of realizing I am sacred, neutral spirit, here to learn, grow, and transform, to apply my powerful light of love. This light of love clears illusions. Those clouds of illusion will fade away. I don't care if it's the president speaking and you recognize that he has plagiarized and has a portion of his speech that he didn't give credit to. University, we hate that. No plagiarism. If I say, like I said on slide 7, this is basically from the teaching of Greg Braden. You give credit to the author. It's their intellectual property. It may spur some things in you, but you don't take it as your own. That's dishonesty. Total dishonesty. Sacred, neutral. Spirit having an earthly existence. Not just to be here, but for reasons. Authenticity. Every round goes higher and higher. I know you remember that song. We are climbing Jacob's ladder. Jacob is Yaakov in Hebrew. That's the actual name. As you know, there are no J's in the letter in the language of Hebrew. Ancient, middle, modern, or late. No J. So that should, in your mind, cause a red light to flash. Oh, but everyone talks of Jesus. Yes, we know. When you take a Greek person and allow them to translate a Hebrew document, they do not translate Hebrew well across linguistic lines. Okay? So if it had been Hebrew to Hebrew, then it would have remained with the Y, Yaakov. Anyway, the ancient Torah, which is the Hebraic, people say Jewish because, as we know, they take everything when they heard the Y and say they speak Yiddish. The reason they said that is because of the letter Y in the language. So they just call them Jews. Actually, they're Hebraic. So their original scripts and scrolls are called Torah. Torah. That is the basis of what you know as Bible, which adds the first 5 books of Torah as the Old Testament. Now in Hebrew, there's no such word as old because old means discarded. They do not discard Torah scrolls. There are safekeeping places for them called the Ganaza. A Ganaza is where you place those Torah scrolls. They think of them as sacred. And they have special scribes trained to make sure any corrections are done. The average Torah scroll, authentic Torah scroll, is $35,000. $35,000, because it takes 4.5 to 5 years to totally complete Torah from beginning to end. So now, we're not in any way saying this is the only comparative study. What we're saying is that they contain, when you check that particular era, many of the ancient knowledge from the sages and gurus from thousands of years before. So you can just erase from your mind that the world is only 3,500 years old. Our Creator was always speaking, and He spoke to different continents, worlds, cities throughout. And now we're even finding how Nova and scientists and everyone are recognizing that when they say American Indians were not savages. They spoke of Great Spirit just as everyone else did. Same deity, same God. So during our late night meditation, the significance of Jacob's ladder to our current state in the earth realm was revealed. When you see 1111, don't just see it as a series of numbers. I ask that you neither condemn nor negate. See the 11. See these 2 firm lines going straight up and down. Okay? And you know that the ancient numbering system from meditative states from everyone is known as gematria. Then you have this modern thing called numerology. Understand it. There's a difference. From reacting to obvious outside sources. Every round going higher and higher, so you're not just looking at something and jumping on board because they reveal, oh, this is the latest craze, this is the thing. No, We're more intuitive than that. Two strings going up and down. See them? But not connecting to transform. It's like a tennis match. They, as you can see from Genesis 10:28, you see what Jacob, what Jason, he said, I laid my head here and I saw this and that, and I asked for this and that came down, and I asked for this and that came down. So for many ages, humans have been taught to do. Yes, we're made not to just be idle. To work, reactive to trends, industry, etc. To do as others before us have done, with little or no guidance on your core and the spiritual dimension. We're relegated to just a religious practice instead of the answer to all things and what we're here to accomplish. So let's look at that term when we're speaking of above all, none above, nothing greater than, whether you decide to address as creator, as God, as source, as divine feminine or divine masculine. That depends on how you, remember, you're creating form inside of you what you see. So whatever name you refer to as the consciousness that created you, that which is above all and has endowed us as the central players in this current age. We're no longer simply seeking a savior because you have innate power, ability. So the two vertical, the upward path of knowledge and enlightenment, not reactive but proactive, freely given to those who dare to become authentic in life. Then you have two horizontal, reclaiming our first access without restraint. Source desires to ignite the core within, not just for the few, learned few, but whosoever desires, whoever will. Everything thought and action based in what? Anyone can have knowledge and use it, but if it is not based in his infinite love, then truly living each day, you must become vibrant beings. This is a lifestyle, not a religion. Your true religion is to be an active participant in the beautiful plan found in your original blueprint. So what's your daily contemplation? What are your two active keys? Simple. I always believe in keep it simple. Being and becoming. Being and becoming. Being enlightened always, becoming enlightened always. I am grateful for your love. I seek to remember my inner core. I know your name is written within. I acknowledge your outrageous love and kindness. I connect with those leading and to be led as expressions of unique truth. I forgive. First myself and release all false beliefs, mindsets, and actions of the past. I seek authenticity as love and light to all, joyfully living. I present your truths as just that, not as philosophy, dogma, or doctrine. I acknowledge you are love, and we were formed in oneness as unique parts of the whole. We are the answer. We are the cure. We are emissaries of light. Subscribe to learn more. Authentic Reality Check version 5.0. Reach us here, right here. Thank you. Namaste.